Welcome to another episode of Philosophy, and in today's episode, I'm going to talk about a brief history of websites and what was the first website that was published in the history of the internet. So before I talk about the very first website on the internet, I want to talk about the father of all websites, who is Tim Berners. Now, Tim Berners was working in the European Organization of Nuclear Research, or CERN, and they had the project of the WWW, which was the World Wide Web project. This project came into fruition when Tim Berners had the frustration to access the internet through terminals, codes, and a lot of things to memorize in order to find information on the internet. So he came up with an idea to come up with the World Wide Web project in order for people to be able to access information over the internet without the hassle of actually activating codes, systems, processes within a terminal just to access information on the internet. And with this frustration, he has dedicated his time to build the very first website and the very first web page over the internet. Tim built this website on an X computer, which is the very company that Steve Jobs founded during his kicked out from Apple. So I guess big thanks to the people that kicked out Steve Jobs during that time, because without that, he wouldn't have founded the next computers and websites as we know it wouldn't have existed. So the very first web page that was published on the internet was on August 6, 1991. And not even knowing it, this very date is very significant to programmers, to developers, to designers all over the world. And we should celebrate this very day because apparently this was the day which gave birth to websites. So how did the first web page look like? Of course, the very first page wasn't so impressive in design. It was just simple text, which included links to other web pages, which talk about the World Wide Web projects and other links to other information that you could find over the internet. Now, unfortunately, you won't be able to browse or look up the original web page that was created, but in 1992 they were able to clone the original web page and store it within the website of CERN. I'm going to put a link down in the description in order for you to visit that clone and experience the birth of websites. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe to get the latest video and updates every week. If you got any questions about websites, make sure you hit me up on all major social medias at Philippe Soriano.